What's good, YouTube? And welcome to the house. I'll get to Synchro Storm ratios as well as Burst of Destiny presales heating up in a weird way in a second. I want to address this morning's controversy. If you've seen the community tab or looked through Twitter, you know I got copy strike this morning by the guy who leaked Gold Series. Now, I don't want to send any hate his way. If you don't know the copy strike system and that it can actually hurt somebody's life and well-being in terms of YouTube health, it's a cardinal sin on YouTube, but he's already apologized, sent me a screenshot that, hey, I'm reversing this. I didn't know it was like this. He hit the panic button. He obviously has an NDA with Konami to, get the Gold Series stuff and do things, and his video leaked out where he didn't mean for it to. I know he's also reversed Robbie's copyright claim as Robbie posted on Twitter. So again, don't send hate this guy's way. He's already having a terrible day, but how it does affect me is I can't live stream on YouTube tonight because it has not reversed in its system. So unless it reverses beforehand, it's not like we went to Twitch only, and I'm trying to hit 2 years of bonus stream straight, an incentive milestone that I would love to do. So join us on Twitch. You don't have to donate, just enjoy the live stream, but I would love to hit that milestone, and that's where we'll be, over on Twitch, link in the description. That being said, Jerry Beansman Luigi, let's go ahead and talk about the gold leaks a little bit real quick. Rescue Cat Altar Art was among them. There were a lot of other really cool ones like Pot of Extravagance and Gold Rare, regular art Masquerena to go along with the Altar Art. We saw the Numeronius cards confirmed as were hinted in the description, and so many different things. So be paying attention to those reprints. I'm not going to go through all of them right now, but I will say it's selling out fast. When I did the video this morning, all of these were in stock, and they're all out of stock on Big 3 deals. You can still go to Gamer's Choice, code What'sGood5 for 5% off, and to support the channel directly for the cards you'd already be buying, and get your Gold Series. People are super hyped on it right now. And also, keep in mind, the EU boxes are leveled differently. There's 6 tuck boxes instead of 5 per display, making the math on the cases completely different either. So you see higher price, you also get more cards, so do the math on what's right for you. But last year, EU was also a little bit worse in terms of quality. I'm hoping they fix that this year for Gold Rares. It was like slashes in the Gold Rarity. It didn't look as good. I wasn't as big as a fan, so I do hope that is fixed. Now, talking real quick about Legendary Duelist, Synchro Storm, and ratios before we get into pre-sales, Baroness de Fleur in the EU, I'm being told, is around 2 on average per case. We haven't heard of something that bad since, like, Malicious Bane and a Dusted Gold, but in every 5 cases-ish, the Ghost Rare seems to be an average of 1 per case, but in every 5 cases in the EU, it seems a Ghost Rare is missing, and suddenly there will be 5 Baroness de Fleur specifically replacing in that case rather than the 2 average. So it does, over case openings, bolster the ratio a little bit, not a ton, because that's just giving back to a couple of the boxes from before, upping it to like 2.5, 2.6 or something like that, and also lowering the ghost. Now, in the US, I've been told that it seems like the Ghost Rare is an average of 1 per case. It'll be missing in some cases, and the other case will have 2, and we're seeing about 3 on average Baroness de Fleur per case. That's still pretty darn short-rared when you consider ratios and that sort of thing, but that's why the price, while the competition is heating up on TCG Player, is not ramping up. Also to note, sometimes cards like this, when you got them on presale, they just level. They don't really come down due to competition. They just slowly go up, especially with a name like Legendary Duelist or a good card out of a Duelist pack in general. So do consider when you're going to buy this card in specific. I don't think the Ghost Rare will have the most competition in general, but I'd really pay attention to Baroness de Fleur, and thanks to her being a magnet to the price, everything else in the set is just falling out extremely in value. Bird Call is doing pretty well, hanging around like the discounted pre-sale prices, but everything else, oh boy, is the competition up on it, and you can get it pretty cheap thanks to her. Now let's go ahead and talk pre-sales real quick. Things are flying over at TCG Player at stupid prices, and the boxes are going for a lot, and dailies entered the game, and they're valuing their Starlights less than anybody so far, and you can use code What'sGood5 for 5% off, support the channel directly, and also get these prices even cheaper. But what I'm surprised about is usually tier 0 and them go toe-to-toe. They feel like a lot of these prices are up because, like, the boxes, they're up in price, and they're not thinking with greed versus the set. They're looking at the orders, the waves, what they have to go through, and also thinking of how the meta will churn out, and boy, is it different. Like, tier 0 is honestly beating them on a lot of the singles, but losing big on the Starlights. Like, Stratos here at 650 on tier 0. Yeah, over here it's at 400. That is way off off. And then Ecclesia, I feel like will be the top Starlight long term. I think they're dead right on that. Over here, it is 480, where over here it is 445. So pretty big chunk off of that. And then Trouble Sunny around 300. So I'm seeing them do pretty good. They also do have the deck cores, making things a bit cheaper when you get it all together. And their deck core does include the Ecclesias, but comes out to about 650. So I think this is the cheapest way to order it on their site, but do the math for yourself and make sure it's right for you if you're going for that. Now, Destroyer Phoenix at 120. I thought a lot of people would be pre-selling this at $99.95, and I've been wrong at every corner. Card Brawler started it off cheap at $75. I think it was more over here on Tier 0, and they've had to bump it up from sales towards $90 to even keep some in stock to continue to be able to, because Tier 0 ships worldwide, right? They have customer bases everywhere, and like, they are having trouble keeping stock this early. They're running out. So I think Tier 0 like does have a stocking versus price problem by being so cheap on a lot of these singles, and you see they are undercutting on a lot. Like, I think their Heavenly Prison, they said we got the price wrong at first. They now have it at 27 versus this 44, but I do think this is kind of an underestimated secret rare. So looking through here, I'll be honest, I always put you guys first. I think the Starlights and the deck cores are the things you actually want to look at, and besides that, a lot of these prices are higher than where you can get them elsewhere, but I still would be looking through here. These are NA print, where these on Tier 0 are EU print, if that also, you know, is a deciding factor for you. But I feel like daily, they're a bit high on the singles, but honestly, versus the singles on TCG Player and how they're actively flying, they could be making more over there, and yet they're taking less on the site. It's just a weird balance for me to see how the pre-sales have gone, like, way past my expectations, and then I see pre-sales a little above, and then also at my expectations, so it's like, I wanted more competition for my audience, but it's still really good pricing versus TCG Player overall. It's just, I want every time for it to be cheaper for you guys. By the way, when you guys spend more, I make more. I make direct commission, so wanting cheaper prices for you guys is the incentive that I actually make less on the sale, but I always look out for the deals for you guys first, right? So going through Synchro Storm also, like I was saying, what's super surprising to me and maybe penny stonk-ish is the Speedroid stuff. Like, Speedroids have commonly become an engine throughout their time, and while they do have more restrictions that lock you into certain typings depending on the routes you're taking, I do think the Speedroid stuff, as it is super cheap right now and still lower in quantities, is maybe something to look at. King's Court, Copium Court, whatever you want to call this, King's Copium. Lightning Storm continues to go up for its collector rare and it's ultra rare right now, and F-Zero is diving to almost no copies for the collector rare on here, and nose diving in terms of quantities over on the ultra. Get this sooner than later. This single alone going up doesn't drive my sealed investment. Know that I always put my audience first. Like I said, you can use that TCG Player link in the description down below, costing you nothing extra. Support the channel directly for the cards you'd already be buying. Yes, that supports my channel. But one single going up, 2, 3 even. We've seen it with all the sets like Pankratops to the Moon. It doesn't affect the sealed price of the collector set because it's not worth opening it for one collector rare that's only going to appear in 1 out of every 4 cases, because there's 16 different collector rares pulled in 4 cases, and then you're also looking at, you know, pulling those 4 different per case. Wait, did I math right or wrong? Yeah, I mathed right there, right? 4 cases times 4. Yep, math, yep. Anyways, my point being, like, this going up doesn't really help my sealed investment. I don't have something behind me, conspiracy theory, John's making his sealed go up to pull the wool over our eyes. No, this card's gonna get played a lot in the upcoming format. Phantom Knight players, you should already be on this, and other people are figuring out how to make it in their Xyz decks depending on what they are playing. Lightning Underdrive, Rudy Rose Dragon continues to go up, Raggy, and it's actually towards 22 right now. When I was clicking on it earlier, yeah, it still is, so that's up another 2. We've seen it go 16, 18, 20, now 22, so it is just exceeding its limits right now in terms of pricing, and it's towards one of its highest prices. Also, Diviner, super low on quantities, and now back up towards $60. Keep an eye on these as Lightning Overdrive. It's drying up in terms of singles on the market, and people really don't want to open that either. Isn't that the problem lately? Sealed that's not worth opening, and then now the sealed has all the great cards like Megatons, like Burst of Destiny. Like, we went from only needing a couple cards to needing everything, and you want a set to have everything, right? Forbidden Droplet is almost out of copies for its secret rare. Brothers of Legend is on the horizon. It has a guaranteed reprint of this. Of course, our faith is shaken in terms of will it be short print, won't it be? Yeah, it's probably short print. And because of that, on sale day, this re-moonrocketed and I hadn't peeped it. Look at this. The actual sales on the TCG Player bonus bucks back day of people just saying, all right, I need to play now. I'm not waiting till December. I'm going to go ahead and get my Forbidden Droplets. Man, the sales rate on the Ultimate Rare went crazy, and it is back up towards almost 300. Now, this is penny stock good stuff that ends up really paying off past what it should. I didn't think this would still be here. I made fun of this buyout and said, good luck, it's going to fall back. Look at the actual sales rate of what's happening to this, how many people are eating into it and actually going ahead and biting the bullet and paying on it. This is crazy, and if you have this, there's some money you might not have known you had, even though this has been pointed out several times. Solid 18s plus still. That is insane. And speaking of Phantom Knights, finally, I would think about picking up the versions of Phantom Knights you want sooner than later. While Gold Series is hinting at it, we do think that, like, versions like this, obviously, top level, competitive players love to max out their decks, and that ends up wrecking the market for a long time. Both Secret Rare, if you're adverse to playing the Ultra Rare, as well as the Starlight Rare, are things you maybe should want sooner than later. Thanks for watching today's Market Watch. Sorry for everything that's going on around. I know some people are here for pre-sales, some people are here for ratios, some people are like, where the heck did your Gold Series video go? So I hope that explained it all with a timely, fast Market Watch with a lot of information for you guys. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed the conversation. Live stream tonight, 7 o'clock Central on Twitch, Zodiac_Duelist. We should be live over there, if not both. Hopefully that copyright system can churn out faster and we go live. I'm trying to hit 2 years of bonus stream. Would love to hit that milestone. And we're going to have a crazy stream planned for you tonight either way.